Good afternoon. Thank you for joining this NCAP webinar. We are glad to have this opportunity to share more information about Amazon Business, one of our endorsed vendors. NCAP members receive even deeper discounts, and we are excited to share what's new. I will now turn it over to Leon and Sydney.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, and thank you, Jovita. Thank you, everyone at NCAP, for having us. My name is Leon Bart Williams. I'm here with my partner in crime, Sydney Zeller. We're from Amazon Business. We're here with another refresher webinar about Amazon Business's partner with NCAP and all NCAP members. We're really excited to be here. We have a couple of great updates to share with you. And then the main feature focus of our presentation will be a deep dive into a really exciting solution that a number of our customers have already experienced and really given us great feedback on, which is business giving. So without further ado, we will dive in. This session is recorded. The recording of this session, as well as the presentation, will be made available to your organization. So feel free to share it. This is an interactive session, so if we do ask a question, feel free to use the chat to respond to us, or ask us a question. We'll have time at the end for a Q&A. If you do have a question, please provide us with your first and last name and your email address so we can address you. If we can't get to your question today, we'll be sure to follow up with you directly. Or if you choose not to ask a question, it's totally all right. Feel free to send Sydney an email. Her address is listed here, and we'll be sure to answer your question or direct you to your appropriate account executive so that they can answer your question for you. Okay, so we'll just do quick introductions of myself and Sydney. Hopefully you all know us and you've been on some of our previous webinars before. We'll dive into new program announcements. We're really excited about the Essentials Catalog, which we just released a few weeks ago, and we'll talk a little bit in detail about that. We'll just mention some of our existing programs that we already have launched for NCAP members. We'll briefly touch on rebates, and then Sydney will lead us in a deep dive on business giving, which is a really awesome solution that we launched about a year ago. At the end, we'll have time for a Q&A session, but feel free again, if you do have questions, to drop them into the chat. I think we have enough people from both NCAP and Amazon Business to monitor the chat throughout. We'll try to answer in real time, but if we don't answer in real time, we will absolutely answer during the Q&A session. Okay, so my name again is Leon Bart Williams. I've been with Amazon going on 6 years. I've had various different roles here at Amazon, different parts of the company, which has been very exciting. For the last 2 years, I've been head of strategic partnerships for our nonprofit vertical here at Amazon Business, and I really enjoy working with organizations like NCAP to really unlock a lot of benefits that Amazon Business has. I want to introduce you all to my partner, Sydney Zeller. Sydney, do you want to jump in and give a quick intro?
Yeah, thanks, Leon. So like Leon mentioned, my name is Sydney. I am account executive here at Amazon Business on our nonprofit vertical. I've been at Amazon Business for 2.5 years now, and I've had the privilege of working with community action agencies and NCAP for the entire 2.5 years I've been here. I am based in Chicago, and my role is kind of the boots on the ground of the operation. I get to work one-to-one with all of you to get your accounts set up and make sure that you're able to take advantage of all of the features and pricing programs that we're going to talk through today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sydney. Just to level set before we dive in, we've gone through this presentation or versions of this presentation before, and we typically start with a why Amazon Business. But for those of you who may not know Amazon Business, if you don't mind dropping into the chat, or everybody actually, if you don't mind dropping into the chat, if you're familiar with Amazon Business, or if you aren't, I think it would just be a good level set for us just to know who's on the call. To say yes or no would be great. If you've heard of Amazon Business, yes or no. And Sydney, please mind that chat.
We have a yes, we have a no. If a yes, I've heard of it. So there's a mixture, but there are some no's in the bunch. So we can give a a quick overview. Leon, do you want to jump in, or
Yeah.
I can give a Spark Notes version of who we
Yeah.
are?
Feel free to give a SparkNotes version of who we are.
Perfect. So, Amazon Business was built off of a lot of the principles that we all know and love about Amazon.com, the selection, the pricing options, the ability to get things very quickly. All of those big pillars are the exact same with Amazon Business. What Amazon Business does is gears that regular Amazon.com experience more towards an organization. So there's enhanced visibility, enhanced reporting, enhanced controls that really makes Amazon really a partner and sometimes a version of an e-procurement platform for an organization. You can automate approvals, you can leverage invoicing, access all of your reporting. So it really adds some more features that are not on Amazon.com. I know personally, sometimes tracking who's getting what in my own house is difficult. So having that for an organization and grant reporting purposes, I know is super important. But we have the ability to have more sellers on Amazon Business than Amazon.com. So there's never anything that you can find on Amazon.com that you won't be able to find on Amazon Business, but there's actually more on Amazon Business and a lot of times better pricing because there are business discounts, nonprofit discounts, and then you guys all have that third layer of the NCAP discounts through Amazon Business. So it's cost effective, gives you some visibility and enhanced features to really run quickly and save time and money. So if you want to learn more about getting set up, my email will be at the end. It was also at the beginning. I'm more than happy to help get you going. And if you have an existing Amazon.com account, it's really easy to convert to Amazon Business.
Yeah. Thank you, Sydney. And I just want to pick up on what Sydney said. Ultimately, Amazon Business was created to help business organizations with their purchasing. Businesses purchase very differently than individual consumers. Businesses are buying in bulk. Businesses are buying repeatedly. They're buying either for their own organizations or for the constituencies and communities that they support. So Amazon Business is going to give you a whole host of benefits that you wouldn't otherwise get on Amazon.com. So one of those benefits are a curated catalog. So joining the Associated Accounts program, which is what all NCAP members can do for free as a benefit to you all, unlocks a number of discounts by product category. One of the many lists that we have here on Amazon Business really speaks to what we see a number of organizations buying, which are curated selection of products, whether they're office supplies, whether they're janitorial and sanitation supplies, whether they're products for maintenance, repair, and operations like mops, buckets, etc., really to help their organizations run. So when you look at all of Amazon's catalogs, all of the products that cross over all of the different verticals that we have, what you'll find is that products are predictable in price. We have a high stock of all of the kind of operational products that you'll need to run your organizations. There are a ton of cost savings. We've done an analysis of all of the top categories across Amazon, and we save organizations on average between 4 to 22% in terms of savings on our platform. We're here to save you time. So whether it's being able to add products to cart, check out, and get those products within 2 days because you have a Business Prime account, or it's just kind of simplifying your buying. You can do that with Amazon Business. And this Essentials catalog is something that we're really, really proud of. We have a number of brands and categories. And as Sydney mentioned, we operate a marketplace. So we have a number of really big brands and resellers of big brands coming to earn your business. And they're offering all kinds of products, whether it's hammer mill paper, or whether it's Bic pens, whether it's Scotch tape, products for events and party supplies, or classroom, or arts and crafts, you name it. These products are going to be here. We just released the Essentials curated catalog, and we'll show you exactly where you can access all of these deals and discounts. So a couple of other programs that we wanted just to mention that are already existing. We know a number of community action agencies that we work with receive funding for LIHEAP and weatherization products. Amazon Business has a number of sellers and brands within our marketplace to really help you with any of your weatherization programs. We have deep relationships with Black & Decker, Serene Life, with GE, etc. So whether you're buying heat pumps or whether you're trying to purchase air conditioning units for your constituency, you can do that here. We have a number of different payment options. We have a number of different shipping options. So if you are buying on behalf of your constituency and you need to ship those products directly to their addresses, you can do that with Amazon Business. And we have a whole host of tools to allow you to do that. We highly recommend going into your Amazon Business account, looking at some of those LIHEAP products to see if they match the profiles of your community. If you have any questions, again, reach out to Sydney or I. We can either answer your questions directly or point you to your account executive. Another program that we're really, really happy about, and we've actually had a lot of success with both community action agencies and NCAP members, our diaper wipes and formula program, specifically for those community action agencies that have and receive Head Start funding. This is an amazing program that we launched a couple years ago. It's doing very well. So if you are buying diapers, wipes, or formula for your organization, you can come to Amazon and you can buy those products. The great thing about buying from us, we do offer a number of delivery options. So if you are buying a very large volume or quantity of products, we do offer palletized delivery options. And when you go through checkout, you can select the different options of when you want your pallets delivered, at what time, et cetera. We know that a number of your organizations aren't open on a Saturday or Sunday. So these options we found, our customers have found to be very helpful when planning their Amazon Business shipments. And the workflow is a pretty easy 3-step process. Okay, so how do you access the deals? You'll receive a link in the code. If you don't have a link in the code, we'll drop it into, Sydney, if you don't mind dropping it into the chat so people can use it. But once you access, register a brand new Amazon Business account for free or use your existing Amazon account, use the link in the code to then connect your account and you'll have access to these deals. Now, these deals are housed in our list section, and you'll see these curated lists on the left-hand rail. We have a number of curated lists across a number of different categories, again, whether it's janitorial and sanitation, maintenance, operations, and repair, and we just released our essentials catalog. Now, you'll know that you're receiving the deals in 2 ways. One, if you look to the right of the screen, you'll notice that there's a typical price or the list price. You'll see that price crossed out, and you'll see either a business catalog price in red, or you'll see a custom price in red. That will let you know automatically that you're seeing the deals and you're successfully connected. Your account is connected. There is no confirmation that you're connected, but you'll see these. All the deals will be automatically uploaded to your account. So there's no need to go to these lists to find the deals. All of the deals and discounts will automatically be applied in your account. The list is just the fast way to find the deals curated by the specific category. Sydney, any add-ons? Anything I missed?
Nope. I am just grabbing that code now, so it'll be in the chat momentarily.
Fantastic. Okay, well, actually, I'm going to flip it to Sydney. And we're going to talk about a couple of really interesting things coming up, specifically around our business giving program and do a deep dive on that. But we wanted to quickly mention the rebates program for those organizations who haven't taken advantage of it. Sydney will just quickly give you some details around it. If you're interested in the rebates program and earning a rebate for what you're already spending on Amazon Business, we strongly encourage you to reach out to us or reach out to your account executive to set that up. So I'll flip it over to Sydney now.
Perfect. So yes, like Leon mentioned, newly this year, we have a rebate program that you may be eligible to participate in. And this is basically a pretty straightforward tiered rebate program where you hit tier 1, you get 1%, tier 2, 2%, tier 3, 3% of your total Amazon business spend back to you. So we know any cash back into your pocket is super important, especially operating as a nonprofit. So this is a way to do so. There's no penalty if you do not hit your tier by signing up for the rebate program. You're not committing to anything. It's just kind of like enrolling and agreeing to start tracking your spend towards those tiers. One of the biggest ways that we see organizations meet their tiers is by consolidating their spend. So a lot of times, maybe there's multiple Amazon business accounts out there. Maybe employees or staff are purchasing on Amazon.com or individual accounts. Really aggregating your entire agency's buying power is super helpful to hit that rebate tier and also gain that visibility into all the spend that's happening. So your account executive, like myself, is here to help you find creative ways to get to that tier, maybe leveraging Amazon Business in ways that you hadn't even thought of. That's what we're here for. And one of those ways that we're going to talk through today is also a way that you can help hit that tier. That's a new program. So that is it on the rebate program. It's pretty much on a one-to-one basis. You'll get your own tiers. So there's no like set tiers for everybody. It's finance sets those based on your organization. So those numbers will be discussed on a one-to-one basis, and we'll share that with you. But that's just a high-level overview. So Business Giving is a tool that launched to everybody at the beginning of this year. We started a pilot last year. And it really gives you the ability to give items to others, like the communities that you serve, maybe your own internal employees, and allows you to not have to store everything. So sometimes not every community action agency has a luxury of having access to a warehouse. This program really helps you to not have to bring everything to your agency. Things can be shipped directly to the end user. And also mitigates that need to reimburse people for purchases. So if we want to move forward, it's pretty much these are the high level steps, and then I'll show you what it would look like on your Amazon business account. So you're able to curate a catalog that you want the recipients to have access to. So for example, for a LIHEAP program, maybe they can pick between a few window unit air conditioners or a few portable air conditioners that meet your grant requirements. Or maybe they can pick a fan too. You curate that catalog of whatever products that you want. You select your recipients by allocating them via email. You send them their voucher via email, and then you can track your results. It's really nice to be able to see who's used their voucher, if somebody hasn't used it and maybe it's going to expire. Those are things that you can track all within your Amazon business account, and you can view and manage all of those pending vouchers or even reissue vouchers if you need to. And then on the recipient side of things, it's pretty easy for me. I get my email saying I have been issued a voucher. I go on my computer, I select one of those pre-curated items that I want to choose. I place the order, I receive my items directly to me. And the nice thing is, if anything is lost or not coming in time or it doesn't arrive as expected, I can contact customer support and get that reconciled on my own without having to go through the agency. Perfect. So I know we've done a previous webinar on the donation driver tool. If you ever want to learn more about that, reach out to myself or your account executive. But the difference between those two tools is donation driver basically gets physical items for the agency. So you want donors to donate the items to your agency. Business Giving allows you to distribute items. So it could be maybe you do a car seat drive and moms can do that, maybe a diaper drive and you can select your diapers on there. So the difference between donation driver is it's from the public going to the agency. Business giving is from the agency going to your community or maybe an employee. Common use cases we've seen, gifts and rewards. It could either incentivize your employees to do something, incentivize your communities to do something. We've seen a lot of organizations use it for sales, maybe cookies or popcorn, to motivate their members. Stipends, maybe a new employee or somebody gets a laptop, a mouse or something when they start, they can do that there. You can equip the community with things that you need. That philanthropy piece is where a lot of us fall into, like I mentioned, diaper drive, Coke drive, back to school backpack drive. You can really put anything in these catalogs that are on Amazon. So kind of the opportunities are endless. And then the nice thing is you are able to count that towards your rebate tier 2 and your purchases. So everything's tracked right on your account. We want to switch forward. Perfect. So what are the benefits of it? It really gives your recipients that freedom of choice. We've seen a lot of individuals who are maybe in shelter situations or in positions of need. They feel empowered to be able to go in and place that order and make that choice that they want. So they can prefer the item, the color that they want. It feels more like a personal experience. They can choose the shipping address and manage their own orders and returns. It eliminates the need for you all to order and unbox and organize and store all of those donated items. It's a super easy, straightforward purchasing process for the end user. Instead of entering a credit card, they just use the voucher. You can use any of your tax exempt certifications or your Prime shipping benefits to be passed on to the recipient, which is really nice. And you get credit for that voucher spend, like I mentioned, towards your rebate. Unused funds also can get sent back to your credit card. So maybe if somebody gets the voucher, they don't end up redeeming it in the time that you have the campaign going, where a lot of times maybe if you gave someone a gift card, you wouldn't know if they never ended up using it. With this, you can track if they used it and get those funds back or reallocate them if funds go unused. You can buy vouchers with all payment methods available to you on Amazon Business, including credit card or leveraging pay by invoice. You keep complete control, guaranteeing what items they're able to use their vouchers for, and then leveraging and seeing what people are redeeming. Perfect. So this is what the administrator experience looks like. This tool is actually live for everybody already in your Amazon Business accounts. You just have to go to your business settings and like a box or two down, it says business giving. So this is what it would look like if you were going to go to set it up. You can click. Perfect. So yep, this is where I mentioned it's right there in your business settings under business giving. Sometimes you can create a separate group for this just for tracking purposes, but your account executive can help decide what process would be best for you and your use cases and any reports that you would need. Perfect. So you would click on that business giving, create a new campaign. You'll put in the name, your organization name, because when a recipient gets the voucher, it will say you've received a voucher from X Community Action Agency. You can include a message. You can include a contact's name for them to work with at the agency if they have any questions. And then this part, if you go back, sorry, there we go. Do all recipients have an Amazon Business account? So this is where you can differentiate are they outside or inside of your organization? For employees, you'd want to say yes. For your communities that you support, you would say no. The total campaign budget you can put in and it will track it for you. So say you have $10,000 for a coach drive. Then you can track that budget and how it's allocated. You pick a start date and an end date. So when you want the vouchers to start being able to be redeemed and when you want them to expire. You click agree, and then you would create the campaign. Perfect. So this is the next screen you will see. You will have to add the items that you would like. So we do have a few like pre-populated recommended items, but you can choose an existing list. So maybe in the past you've purchased certain products for whatever campaign you're doing. You can choose an existing list or create a new list to add the products to. And then that is what the catalog that the person redeeming would see. So they would only be able to choose from those options for the voucher. Now you get to allocate who will be getting the voucher. So you put in the name and their email. You can either differentiate allocations based on different circumstances, or it could be one set flat allocation for everybody. You have the flexibility to change that. You'll see here how you can see any funds spent, any funds remaining. You can also remove people from the campaign at any point in time as well. Perfect. So you can either do it like that where you manually add it, or you can upload an Excel spreadsheet. So there's a template you can download and fill in all the names, all the emails, all the amounts so that you don't have to manually enter it. And maybe if you're like me, I like working in Excel, so it's a lot easier to just upload that template. You can do that too. Perfect. So once it's all loaded up, you will see the proceed to checkout button. You are charged at the start of your campaign for all of the vouchers that you've allocated. So the total campaign would be charged to either your credit card or your line of credit through Amazon Business, and you would just check out like a regular order. It looks just like our regular checkout screen. It says within 3 hours, that's when the emails should have gone out to your recipients. And then you would just place the order. And anytime you want to come back in and manage your campaign, or maybe you have used all of it, you get an additional grant, you want to add funds to this, you can just click on that add funds button. You can see all the different statuses. If you ever want to manage or change the products as part of your campaign, you can do that at any point in time. And then you can also see a report of the statuses of your different vouchers. Perfect. So this is a little snapshot of the reporting that you would see. So on this example, there are still $420 out there that have not been used. You can see the invites that you've sent. You can see the top items ordered that people are redeeming for. This is kind of your dashboard view of the campaign. And this is what it looks like as a recipient. So I have been gifted a voucher. This is an email comes from that no reply at Amazon.com. You click on apply voucher. And then if you don't already have an Amazon business account, you can just set one up for free to redeem the voucher. And then you'll just sign in if you already have one, and it will already be on your account. So now you can see I have that voucher up at the top. It says select from these items. You'll notice it says $0 for me because it is being charged to the voucher. And then I can add it to my cart. And then I'll get through my shipping address and all of that information that I need. And when I get down to payment method, it will default to use balance of the voucher. And then you'll just click continue. And that would place the order. So that is the steps on both the recipient side and the administrator side. you can reach out to me for anything we've discussed today. I know it's been a lot. Any of the pricing programs, the associated accounts program, Amazon Business in general. My email is up on the screen. I will check to see, Leon, were there any questions in the chat or no?
No, not yet. We're opening it up for questions now. So feel free to ask us anything related to this presentation or Amazon Business in general. Okay, we have it.
Yes, Jovita, I believe, are you or Rebecca distributing the recording? Perfect.
Yes, Stephen, we will send you, we'll send the presentation out to everyone so you have it. Any other questions? Please do not hesitate unless we've done a smashing job, a smashing success.
Yeah, good question, Tammy. You can have as many users on the account as you need. So the free Amazon business account has no maximums of logins that you can have. The only time users or logins are counted are to decide which business prime tier you would be on. So if you wanted to have a conversation about what it would look like for your organization, I'm happy to do that. But the goal is for everybody on the account to have their own login, have their own cart, and then the administrators of the account do have visibility into all of the purchasing occurring on the account.
I have a question for you, Sydney.
Yeah, Leon.
Do recipients need and are they required to have an Amazon business account in order to redeem the voucher?
No. So you do not have to have an Amazon business account, but you will need to create just a free Amazon.com account to redeem the voucher.
Thank you so
Already
much.
linked. Stephen, yes. I can take a look. Would you be able to send me an email? I'll put my email in the chat. And I can look and check if your association has associated. And that same goes to anybody who wants to check the status and make sure that they're getting that pricing as well.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. I don't think we have any other questions. I'll
If
turn it back
anything
over
comes
to
up,
you, Jovita.
oh yeah, I was just gonna say, if anything comes up as you bring this back to your team or you start clicking around, feel free to send me an email at any point in time and either I'll help you or I'll direct you to your dedicated resource. I'll pass it back over to Rebecca and Jovita.
Well, thank you very much to both Sydney and Leon. That was very informative. And thank you for sharing that information about Amazon's new benefits. We hope to have all of you, all of our attendees on a future NCAP webinar and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Everybody, have a good day.